Oh my god, bro! I get it. I get it now.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? The dude's name, we called him Foo in the podcast. Clever.
Are you serious? You didn't get that this whole time?
Didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 30 of Break Time. I'm Alex.
I am Eman.
And I'm Brianna.
And thank you very much for tuning in to this three-way version of Break Time. As you can see, we have not our very first guest.
No.
But because we had Tyler and Johan on forever ago.
Yeah.
But our first guest on camera, and she's pretty for your viewing pleasure. But what did you do? Did you hit yourself or hit the mic or what?
No, keep going.
Oh, I just heard.
Pleasure.
Anyway, we'll try to keep the first aesthetic where I tried to say that she was special in some way. Yeah. So me and Eman have been talking about we've wanted to have guests, and it's really weird being on the side of the table because now it feels like I'm talking
It's new, right?
to the thing.
It's new.
But me and Eman have been talking about how we wanted to have guests and stuff. So we wanted to bring you on. We've wanted to have you on for a while, and we just never did. And we were trying to get the new mic to work yesterday, and that didn't happen. So if the audio is a little here and there, bear with us. I'm gonna probably have to fix it in editing if it's not getting me fully. It should though. My voice is pretty loud and shit.
Yeah, you'll be straight, man.
Yeah. So Nikki, I know you've seen every single episode of Break Time, but we're gonna pretend that you haven't seen any of them.
Okay. Right.
And the way that I always start off with every episode is asking. In this case, it will be you as well. But I usually start by asking Eman how his week was. So Eman, how was your week? What have you been up to?
Damn, man, my week was and this is the part where I forget what happened in my entire week.
Yeah.
Up until like an hour ago. So man, before you get in here, bro, I thought I was getting fucking sick.
Really?
Yeah, like I.
Yeah,
felt
you were
like
trying to consume
nauseous.
so much water. Is that a thing? Like to drink more water when you think you're gonna be sick?
Absolutely, you flush out toxins and
Is
shit.
that a thing?
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've never had that. I've never been like, oh, I'm sick. Give me all the water.
Yeah,
I've never
water and shit, but
water, orange juice, cranberry juice.
I've never had that ever be a thing.
Well, yeah, I've been like really just dealing with allergies all week, like the worst allergies ever.
Yeah.
Terrible shit.
And that's just been your week.
That's been
just
my
dying.
Life. That's been my fucking 2018. Honestly.
Oh yeah, you've been sick since pretty much the beginning.
Just bad shit's been happening, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Bad shit's been happening. Yeah.
Yeah, did he tell you about his leg?
What happened to your leg?
He got amputated. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
We definitely.
If I wouldn't have laughed immediately after I said that, she was totally gonna believe me.
No,
she was gonna be like,
I've seen him walk around.
I've seen him walk around.
He can have a fake leg. You making fun of his prosthetic?
Okay, when did he get it? Because there's no way he could have gotten a prosthetic.
I'm offended by this conversation in general. Please.
Within the 9 days that have happened.
You don't know that. Wounded warriors works wonders. I'm
just a wounded warrior.
Making this really bad, really fast.
I know.
Making fun of amputations, making fun of prosthetics, making fun of wounded warriors. So that's just been it, Eman? Just been sick and dying?
That's all I can remember. Oh, and planning this fucking party. Oh my god, this party. Oh.
Talk about it.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Tell us more. Tell me more.
Oh,
all of you are invited. Dude, that's what I've been.
I do that all the time. This is like the first time somebody did it with me. It's like, tell me more.
But like, my parents are getting so mad at me, man. This whole fucking party
I'm just gonna have to
thing.
lean whenever I'm talking to someone. I'm just realizing that.
I'm sure you're good.
Yeah.
No,
well, I'm just always worried about it. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. It's just like there are elements of throwing a party that you can't control, especially a party like this. And so, to be a fucking parent and have it take place in your house, I get it, right? It's very nerve-wracking. But like, god damn it, I have it under control. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so for someone who doesn't know, what are we talking about?
My 21st birthday is happening Saturday. So like, let's take it back.
It will already have happened by the time this podcast comes out.
Damn. So by time, okay. Anyway,
so make sure you came.
Fuck yeah! But
and for those of you that didn't get invited, hey, come on, come over.
Oh, look, if you didn't get invited, you're just a fucking dick. Cause I invited literally everybody. So yeah. If you didn't get invited, that's on you. But
can I open it up under here?
Yeah, it's fine, man. So like a month ago, if we had this conversation about my 21st, I'd be like, you know what, man, I don't really throw parties. I'm just take it easy, maybe hang out with my family.
Yeah.
But then New Year's happened, and I was going to a party, and you know, like the night of going to a party. There's just this energy's in the air. You feel like the whole city is just vibrating.
I know.
I was like, fuck. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He said,
He
fuck.
doesn't party.
I gotta create this feeling for
Refer to
people,
episode
man.
27. I think that was the episode where I talked about it.
I don't know.
We have an episode literally called Alex Doesn't Party or Why Alex Doesn't
I saw
Party.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But so I was like, fuck, man, I gotta recreate this feeling for the people. So then, like, the next morning, I was like, fuck it, I'm throwing a party. Told my coworkers, I was telling my parents, we're gonna break this bitch down. Let's do it. And they were all gung ho at first, but then they kind of started throwing rules on me slowly as time went on.
What kind of rules?
Just like over numbers and shit, and who's gonna show up, and like what's gonna take place.
Like
and
no drugs.
no hard drugs.
Fine.
That
No hard drugs.
everything now that we're gonna talk about the party is purely satirical.
It's all satirical. Guys.
All satirical. It's not really gonna happen. This
absolutely.
is a satirical world.
Yeah, why are you asking me these goddamn incriminating questions, dog?
It's satire, Eman. It's all fake and not real.
Right.
Hey, apparently, if you're a content creator, if you just say satire, you can say whatever you
straight.
want. You can say whatever you want.
Or
Actually,
educational
yeah.
purposes. For educational purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
Dude, that's gonna
Dude,
be
my
me
sex
when
tape was on YouTube under educational purposes. Oh fuck!
It was pretty satire.
It was pretty. It was pretty satire.
But yeah, man, I'm so excited. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
do that so often I can tell.
Oh my god! And this is gonna be his first time partying. It's gonna be his first time at like a real deal party.
Yeah, it'll be my first time like at a party.
Let's
Like I've
document the shit, man.
drank and shit. I've just
Snapchat.
never.
Dude, ooh.
What?
You want to document that?
Yeah, I want to document it. We gotta put it on the
Okay.
channel, man. It's first time
I
at a
mean,
party.
like you know, I don't want to.
We're
Like,
not gonna
I'm
do
definitely
anything.
gonna drink and get loose and stuff, but I definitely, because I was talking to you about this last night, like how you were saying like your parents were kind of like they're gonna have to police it and they're really worried about everything.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have like a drink and be sitting there chilling out, and that's gonna be me.
Yeah.
With his parents policing it also.
Yeah, it's gonna be me, Iman's dad, and yeah, me, Iman's dad, and your mom's not gonna be there, right?
She might.
Oh, okay. It'll be just be me, Iman's dad, and whoever else. We're just gonna be standing there being bouncers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy us all matching uniforms. No, I'm kidding.
My
All
dude
two
Ethan
of you?
actually, he was like, hey man, anything pops off, bro, I got you.
Ethan from Best Buy?
Yes. Hey, bro, I
Ethan-
got you, bro.
Ethan from Best Buy is the new Jake from State Farm.
I know, right?
Wow.
Ethan from Best Buy.
So I'll segue from you a little bit.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And Nikki, I call Brianna Nikki. Just throw it out
Yeah.
there. Nikki, how has your week been? Like, what have you been up to? Or really, how's your 2018 been? Since we really don't like talk to you every week.
Yeah, well, my 2018, so far so good. It's only been like, what, 10 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started school this Monday, so I'm back at UTSA. I only have 4 classes. I signed up for 5, but I didn't. They dropped me from the wait list, and I was like, okay, that's
What was the
cool.
other class?
Humanities. That was just a class that I need for my degree.
Mm.
So, you
What
know,
would that
no
be
big
about?
deal.
What's humanities about?
I have no clue. Humans?
So what's
Probably.
Itties?
what's your degree? That you're
like your degree.
psychology.
psychology.
Yeah,
Okay.
for now. We'll see if
Okay.
we change it. Not too sure.
Okay. So really, just been going to school and
Yeah,
stuff.
just going to school, buying my books and my notes. I have to buy my own notes.
What?
Yeah,
How is that?
I don't know.
Like,
But they're like notes as if a teacher were to pass you like
Yeah.
out a paper and it was like write in the blank space. That's what they are. I'm like, why couldn't you just
But they,
buy
they,
these
they
off?
force
why
you to buy
couldn't
them,
you
though?
just write
we had
whatever
to buy
in a
them.
note in a spiral?
That's what I said.
That's crazy.
But then this one girl.
See, when you said buy notes, I imagine that like you wrote them in a spiral, and then the teacher takes them and goes, "Haha, that'll be $5."
No, like we had to buy them from the bookstore, and this one girl was like, "Well, you'll need them. They have formulas in it." I was like, "Great, I could get formulas off the internet."
Right.
I mean, it gives us the formulas, so it's not cheating if I
And
were
what's
to
the
get off
purpose
the
of like those
internet.
expensive
Yeah.
ass textbooks they make you guys buy?
Exactly, and it's even worse when.
That just seems like a way to milk more money out of
Oh,
everyone.
yes.
What the fuck doing,
No,
man?
get this. UTSA gets their own books, and instead of getting like the actual whole textbook that the
Mhm.
author writes, they'll cut out chapters and put it into their own textbook. So they sell that textbook, and it's specifically for UTSA students. So I can't sell it to anyone else unless
Oh,
they're going
wow.
to UTSA and they're taking that class and they're taking that professor. Like I'm having
Man.
a real hard time selling my chemistry.
So they're really trying to make it where people like have to buy the
Mhm.
UTSA book.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a fucking drug dealer, man. Like they're
Yeah.
peddling education.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a business.
Wait, let me see that fucking
Yeah,
textbook.
it is.
That's not my shit. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like that. Like,
I mean,
I
never-
was
That's how I
I was
imagine
thinking
it,
of
man.
like I don't know, like it reminds the perfect example I see is like Apple, where Apple's like, oh, if you want a smartwatch, you have to get the Apple Watch because any other watch is not going to be compatible with your phone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Discord for this model.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm mad about that.
But at least you can use an Apple Watch for more than 6 months.
That's true. Yeah, because how much does a textbook cost? Like ballpark, how much does a textbook cost?
100, maybe.
Like 100 around that?
Yeah, for a small loose leaf textbook. Like I have one maybe this big, and it's 100, and it's like this thick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was already like 124. And it comes with an access code so you could see the ebook online. But
who's ever going to use that?
Yeah. And also, some of the professors are like, well, you have to use the ebook so that way you can take your quiz. So I'm like, okay, I have to pay for my quizzes now? Like,
yeah.
How much money per semester do you think these colleges are like raking in?
I don't know. Because it also...
Between tuition, like, they also give out money.
Yeah, but then you also have to take into account, like, maybe people who have the scholarships and people who are doing, like, at certain colleges, the FAFSA and stuff like that.
I heard that our football team gets new gloves every single game, and I was like, what?
No, fuck, like, they're really shitty to those players. Like,
really?
Athletes at collegiate football players are, like, treated like dog shit. They call it modern-day slavery. Because they make billions off of those kids.
Yeah.
The kids get nothing in return.
That, yeah.
And if the kids get injured in that fucked up ass program, they're out.
Screwed.
You know what I mean?
They lose their
the kids like
that shit's modern day slavery.
I think the way they probably see it is like the kids get nothing in return, but like oh, you get a chance to maybe get picked up because we're putting you in this. You know.
Not only that, but sometimes they get like full rides to take those classes too. So I mean.
I get it, but it's like it.
There's
no way for them to make money at all. You know what I mean? There's no way for them to survive. Like, football in college is like a full-time job on top of going to school. So these kids have, like, no fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have no income at all. And a lot of these kids, like, that's a good opportunity for,
But to be fair, the really good ones get, like, a full ride.
Right, but, I mean, they're not all really good, you know what I mean?
That's
true.
Like,
for inner-city kids, football is like an escape. So their parents may not have money to be giving them or money for supplies every fucking week, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of stories about that, like kids who get injured playing college football and just nothing.
Yeah, like, and they'll
like
get
their
injured.
life is over. Like there's like they stop going to college because the school's like, well, we were paying for your stuff to play.
You can't
football.
make money off you, so you gotta fucking bounce. But like they get injured, like concussed or some shit, and they'll just play through it because if not, their life is over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a shitty program, dude. It's not like high
there.
school.
There's several movies about that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the thing all the time.
It's dirty, man.
That's
why I left.
Does that annoy you at all? Like thinking about how, like maybe that class that you didn't get into, some football dude with a full ride got into that class. Like, is that slightly annoying in any way?
I mean, not to me. Maybe to someone else, just because I was only going to take the extra class so I could graduate early, but I don't need to graduate early. And maybe they actually like really need that class to maintain that scholarship. Like if they can't maintain that scholarship, then they're done. Like they're out.
Yeah. I mean, and these athletes do bust their ass to get to wherever they are in college. You know what I mean? You can't be a dumbass and get a full ride.
That's true.
Look at half the Ultra Brennan.
She's there. No, I'm kidding.
Half the Brennan Dream Team from State, they're all fucks, dude.
Yeah.
They're like nothing now, man. They just blew their opportunity on partying and dumb shit. Like you can't be any truck off of a truck and do good in that level of, you know what I mean?
Wasn't there that one kid who went to Brennan that got in that car accident? Like he played basketball or something?
It was he's actually a family member of mine. The one who lost his legs.
Yeah.
Or he used to be a family member of mine. I don't.
Was he a basketball player or was he football?
I think it was football.
He played football.
I just remember like it was like one of those things where he got into the accident. He lost both of his legs. Like I've seen him at like Walmart and just like around, and but everybody was like, that kid's life is over. Like he fucked it up. Well, I'm not sure if he fucked it up.
No, absolutely not, man.
Was it him? Did he do it?
I don't know.
No, it was he was on a motorcycle.
And
he was doing a U-turn on 1604.
I just couldn't remember if it was one of those stories where like drugs were involved or something.
No.
Well, I'm just saying, there's a lot of stories about high schoolers getting.
He was well graduated at this point. He's like my brother's age. He was doing a U-turn on Petrenko. Some lady came and didn't see him and clipped him. Not Petrenko, on 1604.
Was it Wiseman or was it?
It was Wiseman.
Oh, okay.
It's where the SeaWorld sign is. It's where the SeaWorld sign is on 1604.
I feel like it was Wiseman. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter.
It was so anyway, yeah. So he gets clips. He does like a helicopter. He's spinning in air, and his legs hit the fucking SeaWorld sign, and they're gone. And they had to like apply a fucking tourniquet so he wouldn't bleed out and shit. It was brutal, man.
Damn.
Fucking brutal.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, off of that note, to get slightly lighter.
I know, right?
Just to cover me, so we can come full circle. I worked.
Oh yeah, man. What'd you do this week?
That was it. I worked.
You making money?
Making money. That's it.
It's gotta be something.
Work has been pretty good recently, though.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot, man.
Like, I was here yesterday. We were trying to work out the mic situation, and I literally just got text messages for work, to make more work. So I was like, cool. That was it. Yeah.
Just came fucking rolling in.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Shit,
It's going really good right now.
Oh yeah, I got a promotion at my job.
Did you really?
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
man.
When did that happen?
Oh, like last week.
Oh, you didn't tell me. I've seen you twice since then.
I know.
So it was before or after I was already there?
It was like the day of, actually. It was announced. It was like became official.
So the day that I was there, that I went and hung out in Best Buy for 2 hours with you and Ethan, you didn't mention to me.
I didn't mention it.
I mean, not like I'm your dad or anything, but it just kind of like it's a big thing, and I would think you would have mentioned it. But go ahead.
It's subjective. I mean, I'm really honored. I mean, not honored, but I'm really happy to get.
I'm really
promotion.
honored.
Right, I'm honored. Nah, but I mean, it's fucking work. It was bound to happen, man. I you know what I mean. I sold the fuck out of that merchandise.
What kind of promotion was it? Like
I got
higher
moved to a
pay
better
grades,
department,
better
which is gonna bring a higher pay grade.
What department you got now?
Home theater.
Hey.
Oh, so you're selling TVs?
TVs and shit. TVs, speaker systems, sound
Oh,
systems.
so you're doing. So you just took the job that Devin.
No. Devin, he's full time. Was full time.
Yeah, well, but they
so-
probably needed someone to help out with entertainment if he's not going to be there to
They needed someone.
do stuff.
But I mean, they had a whole store.
I'm not
choose
trying
from.
to
I know.
downplay your thing, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they had a whole store to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened, man. The position opened up, and they chose me, man. So
That's badass.
I'm ready to get it. You know,
Awesome, bro. Not as cool as Ethan, but whatever.
not as cool.
No.
Is that even possible, dude?
You don't know Ethan, but
you'll meet him at the party.
he's a dude that Eman works with, and he's like 7 feet tall.
7'3".
Yeah, and he's super. What's the word that the kids use today?
There's a lot of words.
Swag.
The word where like you know everything, or like you have a good handle on shit.
What are the kids
I don't know
using
what it
nowadays?
is. The kids
I
are
don't
always
know.
saying some stupid ass
Bougie?
shit. No.
I know like wavy.
No, where like you're so like you're so in tune with like yourself and the world and shit. I don't know. There's a word for it.
Nirvana?
No,
Nirvana.
like his mind is like so expanded to everything. Like
Smart.
no.
He's
Intuitive.
Woke.
Oh, woke.
He's
Okay.
fucking woke.
She's upset.
Woke.
Woke.
Do people not
That's
say
so
that?
Stupid. People say it.
What do you have to?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Look at us, Eman. We're both being bougie.
Come on, where's your watch?
Yeah, what?
Fuck you guys. An Apple Watch.
You're gonna like turn into Power Rangers or something?
Go, Power Rangers.
Not compatible.
I went like that for a fist bump, and she gave me her wrist.
Well, because that's what they do in the movie. They touch watches.
Do
Do you-
I don't think so.
Oh, you're probably right.
I mean, I'm the nerd. I'm pretty sure I know what happens with Power Rangers. They also don't
I
fist
like
bump, to be
Power-
fair. So whatever. They're the Urban Rangers.
Urban Rangers?
Urban Rangers.
Urban Cowboy?
Urban. Oh
Urban
god.
Rangers.
We're gonna keep going. Anyway, so I think we'll go ahead and get into the first topic that I
No,
really
fuck
want.
that. We gotta
What?
get into how we know Brianna.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Well, I was. Okay.
No. Whoa. What does that mean? Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know. Go on.
Okay. So we went to high school with Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
You were in theater too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
man.
course you're in theater. I fucking forgot. But I've known Nikki since she was a freshman at Brennan, and then Eman's known her for the same amount of time, right?
Probably.
Pretty much.
presumably.
Yeah.
No, probably not. I met you my sophomore year when I joined theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was
that's
the year
right.
I also met her because that's when she
You were a
was
sophomore?
coming in.
I'm a friend.
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
She was a
freshman.
year below. She was a year
Yeah.
below us.
Well, I know you guys meet at camps and shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, technically, Iman, I knew her for
You
a
guys
week
were in
before
the
you
theater
did.
circuit. I'm not your
were
biggest
the
fan.
elites.
We were the elites,
We were the
and you
elites.
were the ants at the bottom of our fucking.
Oh, fuck that. We were A squad.
Oh
Johan,
my
let these
God,
guys
I
know.
remember
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Was it A
absolutely.
squad? I would think it would be like C team.
Or like
Oh,
B team.
Not even B team. C team.
Wow.
Oh, I was on C team.
Hell no.
In middle school. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So we knew her from theater. So we talked, had a bunch of mutual friends and shit, and we kind of just interacted back and forth.
Mhm.
We'd talk and hang out and stuff. I mean, all of us did.
Yeah.
And then more recently, outside of high school, and this is actually going to be the first thing I wanted to get into anyway, my younger sister, Bella, she makes music and does stuff here in town, and she was recording her newest music video. And I needed someone to play... I need two people. I needed someone to play, like, a really nerdy dude who is into this really, like pretty girl that he was trying to pick up, like, at a bar/club thing. Mm-hmm. And the first girl wasn't available. And, no, I'm kidding. And I called Brianna, or I messaged her on...
I think we were actually extras. Like, Spencer and someone else. We were extras.
No,
we were extras.
Always going to be her.
It was always going to be me.
Yeah, it was always going to be her. I'm pretty sure, bro.
No, I can... Brooke.
Oh, you're right. It was going to be
Brooke's
Brooke.
Really pretty.
It was going to be Brooke.
One?
Yeah, the blonde Brooke. I was talking to her, and she was like, I would totally do it. It's just the weekend that y'all are doing it. It's like a game day, and I work at Twin Peaks, and that's like the busiest day.
I was at Twin Peaks the night that you texted her for that.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
She walked
wow,
up
so technically
like,
you and Eman were the second choices, because originally it was going to be Brooke and Spencer, and Spencer was totally down, and then like a week before, I felt really bad. I never texted him back, actually. He texted me a week before, and he went, bro, I'm so sorry. I'm actually not going to be able to make it after all because this, and this. I'm so sorry. Is there someone else that maybe I can talk to help you out to try to find someone? Or he texted me some shit. Mm-hmm. And I just never responded.
He thinks to this day you're probably mad at him or some shit.
He probably does. But
why would he not?
The sweetest guy.
He is. And I felt really bad after, like, in hindsight. But when it happened, he texted me and I read it and I went, fuck, because I was panicking because I wasn't getting Brooke. I had messaged you, and I think you were like making sure you could do it or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so Brianna, that should be good. So Brianna and Spencer, that should work, because Spencer's really good at playing a nerdy guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Spencer would have been great for that role.
Yeah.
I was not solid for that role at all, dude.
I think you did really good.
Look at me.
You did really.
Look at me.
But you did really. But you know what though? I think Spencer would have been a really good nerd.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have. I mean, not that he wouldn't have been a good one, but he would have been
a mediocre.
Not mediocre, but I think he was perfect for playing a nerd, and I think he would have been so at playing the cool guy.
Yeah.
But I think you were pretty good at being the nerd and very good at being the cool guy.
Like, it, man.
So I mean, I think both of y'all.
I don't know, but go ahead.
I think both of y'all would have been stronger in different ways.
Yeah.
But obviously, it just ended up being a different way.
Yeah.
But he texted me. I looked at it. I didn't respond to it at all because my first thought was, fuck, I gotta get someone else. So I closed his message, never opened it back up again. And then I texted Eman. I was like, yo, bro, I could really use your help. Because I was already texting him I was like, hey, you and Isaac come by, be like an extra or some shit. He was like, yeah, bro, I'll totally go. I'll be an extra. I was like, hey, I need you to play a main role.
Yeah.
By the way, you're playing.
I sent your script in the mail.
By the way, you're playing the main part. So
you know what? And like one of the big reasons I fucking did it was because I didn't go to your party.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I felt I didn't even feel bad. I was like, maybe this will shut him up.
Maybe this will get him off my ass. But that experience was really fun. I had a really good time. I mean, y'all were the ones acting in it.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, you. What was that?
Sophomore year dreams come true, you know?
Why is that?
Because I had the biggest crush on Eman.
You know what's crazy,
you did.
Man? You know what's crazy? Like,
what's
all
up?
throughout high school, up until my
upgraded for some other black guy.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
up until...
You said it yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Speak your truth. Go ahead.
No.
I can take it. Like, up until my senior year,
you missed it.
bro.
Did you not catch that? We were talking about like how she had such a big crush on you in high school, and I said, yeah, and then you just upgraded for some other black guy.
I heard her.
Oh, okay. And she went, yeah. And then she went, wait. Like, she had to realize
That's what happened, though, right? That's
I thought you didn't catch it, because I was like, why isn't he laughing?
No, I mean, she did. I wouldn't say upgrade, but switch to a different black guy.
She didn't switch to a different black guy. She genuinely likes her man.
I genuinely
so
like
she's
my
with
man.
him.
Okay,
Yes.
if we're
Jesus
being...
Christ. No, making it sound like she's shallow and just went for the next black
I know,
thing.
some Get Out shit. Damn, she should do a sequel of Get Out right now.
I love my Terrace.
Good.
What happened? No,
Perfect.
man, like, up until high school, bro,
She loves you.
I was getting no play, dog.
Watching.
I was getting no play,
Because we don't
right?
cut anything.
Fuck, look.
Oh my God.
So go ahead.
Let me tell my story.
Go ahead.
Up until high school, man, I was getting, like, no play, right?
What?
And so, like, guys like Johan, Isaac, they would be like, yo, man.
What do you mean you were getting no play?
I was getting no play, bro.
Dude, you were a pimp in middle school.
Middle school,
Yes.
I'm talking about high school though.
Oh, freshman year you didn't get anything.
Like from freshman to like the middle of like junior year.
I also think that was because you were telling me you weren't looking for anything at the time.
I wasn't, man.
Like, like you weren't out there. Like there were clearly girls that were interested at some point.
No, that's the thing, man. They'd be like, man, why are you single, dog? You got all these girls on you, bro. And then I'd be like, where the fuck are they at?
Eman,
I guess you guys were the most shy women in America.
No.
Like, you guys didn't make it clear at all.
I fucking flirted my ass
No,
off.
you didn't.
Yes,
it
I
was the type
did.
of thing like not like verbatim this happened, but like it would be the type of thing where like she would be talking to someone like me and she'd be like, oh hey Chavez, and I'd be like, oh hey, how's your day going? She'd be like, good, all right, and then you would come by and she'd be like, oh hey Mom.
Hi Mom.
Oh, hi, Eman.
Yeah, like hi Mom. And then
Snap the fans been on.
It doesn't matter. It didn't catch it last time.
It didn't. We're straight.
Anyway, so yeah, and she'd be like, oh ha ha ha, and then like shit like that. But you know what I mean? She'd be like flirty girl shit, and it was very clear to everyone else.
Word.
And I'd be like. I'd be looking at Serena. I'm like, can you believe this bitch isn't flirting with me? I'm like,
your girlfriend.
Like, come the fuck on, really?
You know what was crazy?
What's up?
In middle school, this dude couldn't keep him off.
What?
I was, bro.
You was a little pimp daddy.
I was,
You was
man.
a little pimp daddy.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, if you and Serena never, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the same way in high school, bro.
I don't think so.
I know so, actually. I know so. One, because you would have made yourself more available because you were single, right? And then two, you're just naturally smooth as fuck. You know what I mean?
Am I?
Yes, you're very witty.
Cut it out.
Oh, okay.
You're very witty.
Yes, dude, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
You got some shit, man. How do you think you were a pimp daddy in middle school, bro?
I don't know, bro. I always just, I don't know what I thought, but did your fan die?
It did.
I think, man, I think it has short or something, bro. I think it's actually going out, dog.
Anyway, so, but yeah, no, like in middle school, there was never a point in middle school where I think I was not in a relationship.
Yeah.
What?
Like even when I got with Serena, like I was starting to flirt with Serena when I was with someone else. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then
I was scandalous.
He was pulling a Kevin Hart a little bit too.
No,
like
it wasn't.
Kevin Hart shit for like a week.
No, I'll be honest. I was flirting with Serena when I was with some like
this is
talking about
before
middle
Serena.
school relationship shit.
I know, right?
But no, man. Every single time I was in a relationship, I ended the previous one and then immediately got into the next one.
Wow.
Seventh
Like,
grade, you didn't.
I
Though.
never-
There was one relationship. I don't want to name drop.
Which one was the W?
The W transitioning to the K. Unless your
Nah,
name started
bro.
with a C or some shit.
No, it was
Winston
K,
and
but
Karen.
But
no.
I
No,
recall,
bro.
I recall. No,
we were
'cause you
definitely
felt
super
bad about
flirting.
it.
And oh, you might be right.
You felt bad about it, and then
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, because the 7th grade spring break party we threw, I made out with the girl who had a boyfriend, and you were like, I was like, damn, I feel kind of bad, bro, and you were like, nah, it makes us both evenly like
It was Katie
dirt
Wilson.
bags. What, you fucking first name and last name?
Oh
You are tripping. Whole government name. I mean, it's fucking
You want
middle
their
school.
social security?
I know.
Yeah.
4-1. No, it was fucking.
It was
middle
Katie
school.
Wilson.
God, it was middle school, but
I mean, mine was
you were
Catherine
like-
in Winter, so it doesn't matter. I mean,
Okay,
I wasn't
fair enough,
afraid
fuck
of
it.
saying
I'm
names.
gonna watch your shit anyway.
Yeah.
But what the
The
fuck?
3 people that watch this won't know what we're talking about. I spit hardcore just then.
Us 3.
But you were like, nah, man, it makes us equally dirt bags.
That's
And I was
true.
like, yeah, and I felt a lot better.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
that was a thing. So yeah.
What about you? Were you knocking them dead at any point?
Oh, middle school? Hell yeah.
Oh shit! I like that.
Talking about middle
I
school
like that.
relationships,
Oh,
like we're
wait,
killing
did
it.
we move on to high school?
No, we're talking about middle school.
Oh,
That's
We're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about life.
No, but I'm
Oh
just
my
saying,
God.
like we're talking about like
life.
middle school relationships. Like, oh, you was a slut, girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, see, that's what I like, man. Because most girls would be afraid to be called that, right?
Why?
But you fucking embrace it. I mean,
I know.
I don't mean it like that. But like, you embrace
You fucking
the
embrace
fact.
that you're a slut.
You
Just
embrace
yes, you went like that. Thumbnail.
It's instinctual, dude. It's instinctual.
It's
thumbnail.
instinctual. You're just making her seem like the biggest slut in the world.
No, all respect, man. I respect that.
Yeah,
This is the
it's
product of like, we're transitioning, man. It's motherfucking 2018. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Girls are like open to that shit.
Mhm.
I like it. What a time to be
Well, yeah,
alive,
because
man.
it was always okay for guys to be like getting
Oh, like-
around and stuff,
Yeah.
and girls could never be like, "Oh, I've had a lot of boys." Because if
That's
a guy
what
was
I'm saying.
if a guy was like, "Oh, I've had a lot of girlfriends," nobody gave a shit. And if a
Yeah.
girl was like, "I've had a lot of boyfriends," guys are kind of like,
Right?
Do I want you?
Yeah.
Mama told me about your type. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
Mama
it's real
told
Mama
me
old
told
about
school.
me-
yours too.
dang."
But they're like people who still have that really backwards way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the guys who say like, nice guys finish last, girls don't like douchebags. It's usually those guys that fall into that category.
Is that still a thing?
That's still a fucking thing, dude.
Is it a thing?
Oh my god, I know a few guys who think like
Yeah.
that still. Quite a few, bro.
Oh.
It might even be a majority, my friend.
Yeah.
They think girls want dicks and douchebags and shit? I
Dude.
mean, of course girls want dicks. You know what I'm talking
Absolutely,
about. But,
absolutely.
no, but I don't
That's-
think the douchebag part of it.
My friend is very much a thing. Yeah.
See, I say that and I treated Serena like shit when we first got together. Like, I'd be like,
yeah.
pulling. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you were coming from a place of abundance, bro.
No, it was just in the way.
Oh, okay.
You already had bitches. You knew that if you and Serena didn't work out, it's only the nice one, dog.
Wow.
That's very true.
And girls also have that mind state now.
Yeah.
So, like, both sides are just playing it very freely.
Yeah.
Whole lot of fucking going on out here, though, man.
Remember
Whole
when...
lot of, like, Tinder.
Because we're talking about relationships
yeah.
and stuff. And,
I know.
remember when...
What's up, man?
I really don't want to say the name at all. But...
No, he's gonna...
well, now because it's like, the other stuff was kind of removed.
Okay.
You know? But at a point when I had been with Serena for a little bit...
Right.
A friend of ours had told me that she was interested in me, and I told her that I was kind of interested in her, but she had just got with her other boyfriend, and I had like just gotten with Serena. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that? And it was one of those things like it was a really good friend of ours, and I kept telling him, I'm like, oh, I kind of like her, I never said anything because I was always like, because I was like second guessing myself, like my worth and shit, and I was like, that's not gonna happen at all. And then Eman was like, you should try, man. I'm like, no, whatever. I mean, I don't know how serious it would have been. It probably wouldn't have been at all. But I just remember that part where both of us were, like, in separate relationships, and we both realized that, like, we would have been interested at some point.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Boy, you were destroyed.
It was a real big thing where me and her were kind of like, I can't break up with the person that I'm with.
Yeah.
And I can't break up with the person that I'm with, so... Sorry. But it was a thing because it was like a friendship that had been... what do you call it? Like, it was a really good friendship that we had built over a long period of time. And it was like one of those things where it was, at the time, it was definitely like, oh man, I get along really well with this person. Yeah. And that could definitely be a really good relationship. But we're both like, well, we really like the person that we're with or whatever. Yeah. I stayed with my person. She didn't because she was a hoe. But no, I'm kidding.
No, because she was...
Slut shamed out there.
Nah, she wasn't a slut at all.
It's just because he was an anomaly. And he had a middle school relationship that actually fucking worked.
Yeah.
I still recall, man. When you guys getting married, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna like add this in my speech, bro. Like, so.
At this.
Not add ADD.
Or there's an at this.
Yeah, I was like, no.
At break time episode 30.
I still recall like the week in theater. It must have been like October, early on in the school year, man. You and Serena were getting just very close in theater, and I was like, I'll keep my distance. I didn't want to throw. I said, something's going on here. Mm-hmm. Something's fucking going on. Me and Serena had PE the following period, right? And so we're at PE, we're fucking warming up, and then we get up and like everybody's grouping up and talking and shit. And then Serena like awkwardly approaches me, and she acts like she has the secret to the universe. She's like, Eman, come here, man, please. I gotta tell you something, because me and Serena are really close. And she's like, I gotta tell you something. I was like, what? She's like,
he was annoyed. He was like,
because the way she was approaching me, like the suspense was building. I was like, what the fuck is going on with you? And she was like, I got a crush on Alex.
Oh.
And I was like, well, fucking duh. You made it so obvious. And then 24 hours later, it's the next day, we're in theater. I think like Serena wasn't there, or maybe it was the same day. I don't know. But at some point within the next 24 hours, he approaches me on the same fucking vibe. He's like, hey, man, you know that Serena chick in theater? Like, yes, I know that Serena chick in theater. It's like, I don't know, man. I kind of dig her.
But he didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you.
Wow.
No, you didn't tell me.
Oh, you know why? Like I said,
she told you not to, or something.
Yeah, and me and Serena we were really good friends.
Yeah, you and Serena were really good friends before I was even talking to Serena.
I think you met Serena because
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
damn.
She was in theater with us, and you were like, "Hey, this is Serena," and I was like, "Who's this bitch trying to steal my best friend? Like, what's going on?" But
crazy times, dude.
Yeah, man. So then, but then like a few days later, I had asked out Serena, and she was like, you know, ask people out, and she was like, yeah, cool. And I told Eman I was so happy. He's like, yeah, bro, why were you nervous? She was totally into you. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, she was telling me the other day in PE, she was like all up on you and shit. And I was like, why didn't you say anything? He's like, oh, well, she didn't want me to tell you. And I I was like, but I told you that I liked her, so why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
I'm such a loyal friend, but I'm so not loyal at the same time. Like,
well, to be fair, you were being loyal to both your friends in different ways, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
But now fucking look. Now look.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's wild.
I love the shit out of Serena. She's great.
Oh, that's good.
She's great.
Corny ass.
And Eman over here being single.
I got Paul Mello over here, man.
Oh,
Paul Mello!
You haven't heard that one?
You could have at least said Paul Mella or something, so it's a girl, not a boy.
No, he said Palmella.
I said Paul Mello.
Oh, I heard Paul Mello.
Paul Mello? Oh my god.
Got
My left hand, man.
That's my left hand.
2017.
It's 2017. I'm equal opportunity hand.
But
I mean, if you need both, you need both.
she comes in so awkward. But yeah, we never got to how she was knocking him dead though.
Oh yeah.
So how were you knocking him dead?
I don't know. I just said, hey, you want to go out? They're like, yeah.
Oh, so you would ask?
Yeah, I always ask.
Wait.
Yeah, like Tyron, my boyfriend that I have now, I asked him.
Yeah.
Well, first, we were like, yeah, we should go to the movies. So we went to the movies, and I was like, can I kiss you? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, lit.
Yeah. All right.
Lit.
Damn, you said, can I kiss you?
Too, yeah.
Oh, you asked him to prom?
Yeah.
Damn,
what
you're
the
all up
fuck
on that
you
shit.
doing, Tyron? That his name?
Yes.
Tyron.
Okay.
Step up, man.
No, it's
No.
that's
we're good,
totally
baby.
okay, bro.
Step up.
That's
Initiate some shit.
Actually hit you.
I'm fucking around. You guys seem happy. It's whatever. You guys seem happy.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
actually hit you like I was offended
That's
for
okay.
him. I was like, Eman, you leave Tyron alone.
Well,
I'm sure you're a
she
good
was
guy.
going to ask me, but then I was like, no, I need to get to it first. So
Dang.
I
So
got
would
to
you
it
say
first.
that in your relationships, in your current relationship, like, because there's always a dominant person in the relationship, would you say that you're more the dominant person in the relationship?
No, it's really equal.
Really?
Cut
Yeah.
it out. She's being polite.
There's gotta
Who
be
wears the
like
pants?
one person who's
No.
not even that, like, there usually there's someone, because it can be totally equal, but there's usually someone who's not dominant like in the way that like, oh, what I say goes, but they're dominant where like they're just kind of the
It's
how do you
like
put it?
yin and yang. There's a yin and yang in every relationship.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's one that's a very dominant energy, and that could be very like you're the leader or some shit.
I think
Not even that, or just
it just changes as we go on. Cause like when we first got together, it was me like being not too dominant, but I was like, hey, we should do this, or hey, we should go
like
out.
you were kind of the one who was kind of like instigating stuff.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
that means he did some good shit, man.
Yeah.
Because he made you kind of. What I find, dude, my experience, bro, and in the books that I've read, it's like women who actively have to chase men to like either ask them out or go out with them, they're kind of more attracted to them because like they just like to naturally chase. If a guy makes himself too available, I find that women get turned off about it.
I just think it's kind of annoying. Like,
Exactly, and that's the main response that I get.
Yeah.
Not I personally, like, bro, you're fucking annoying. Stop texting me. Not that, but like,
No,
I don't know. It
mean,
just shows
we would
that.
text every day, and usually it was him texting me. I just really.
It could have
liked
also
him,
been
and I was
most
like,
times, like in those situations where a guy and a girl are texting or like they're friends and they're going back and forth. A lot of times it's like one of them is into the other one, or they're both into each other,
Right.
and one of them just doesn't have the balls to say something, or like kind of push it. And I
and
think she just had the balls to push it.
Tyron's a really like low key guy, and
He seems like it. Like he's very
yes.
reserved a little bit.
Absolutely,
Yeah. Like if he's not close with you, or like he's barely starting to talk to my best friend Henry, like more than 2 sentences.
It's like he's the type of guy that would open the door, see the salesperson, and talk to him because he's afraid to close the door on him.
What?
No, you can't relate to that. Okay.
No, I just go, no, thank you. I have a no soliciting sign on my.
Oh, she's that type.
But
I hate your kind.
But like
All
now
right.
that we've gotten like more through the relationship, I don't know. It's about to be 2 years. It's a long time.
Jesus, me and Serena.
She's doing. Yeah, you're killing it.
Me and Serena are on our 7th year.
Oh my god.
Like
That's
we just passed 6 and we're on year 7 right now.
Oh, wow.
Fuck that. Me and. I don't want to like blow you guys out of the water, but.
Me and Paul Miller going on 21.
Yeah, as of
Going
Saturday.
on 21.
Well, fuck, you're joking, but as of Saturday,
Same.
man, it'll be our
21
21st
years.
anniversary.
Well,
So-
21, not even like.
So you would say like that you switch off.
Oh yeah, because
on-
now that I don't know, just like I don't have too much time on my hands with like school and work, and he's in school, but he's just like, I don't know, how do I put it?
Just has more free time.
Yeah, he just has more free time, and so he's like, hey, you want to go here, you want to go there, and now that he has a car, he's like, I'll pick you up. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. But like if I'm super busy, it just completely crosses my mind. Especially if I get stressed out with classes, I just don't think about anything else. I like have to focus on my classes. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like not because I'm saying there has to be a dominant person, but I'm saying in most relationships there is. I feel that as your relationship goes further, or if y'all ever get to a point where y'all like live together or kind of have a life that's more intertwined with each other, that's when you probably more find out who's probably more dominant. Because like me and Serena, I would say the same thing. Like she's very dominant in certain aspects, and I'm very dominant in certain aspects. But she's even told me that like in our relationship, she feels that most times I'm the dominant person. Like we can definitely switch out at times, but she feels that I'm more the dominant person in most cases, I guess. Yeah. But Eman, I was gonna ask you, in the relationships that you've been in, do you find that you're like, are you normally the dominant person? Are you normally more I actively, like go along kind of?
No, man,
I just don't want to say submissive. Submissive sounds like weird. Like it has a weird connotation.
Yeah.
No. Like I actively
submissive.
No, but I actively like seek to not like be the power guy, but I actively seek to take control. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think that's just a dude thing.
Yeah.
Like at least I think that it's weird because like how old is your boyfriend?
18.
18.
We're both like almost the same birthday, 10 days apart.
Oh, okay. So like I think like even though like we're literally probably like 3 years older, I definitely think people who are closer to our age still have that sentiment of like the dude has to do the stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let me put it this way, and sorry if this sounds misogynistic or sexist, but like if we would have gone to the store right now and she would have been like, "Oh, I'll buy the snacks," or something, I would have been like, "No,
absolutely,
I'm buying the snacks."
Absolutely,
like that would have been my thing. Not
I took a girl out, and then like she I guess she had this fucking feminism mindset going on. She was really cool, but she would open her own, like she would go out of the way to open the fucking door to the restaurant. And like I told her, like, hey, cut that shit out. Like, and she was like, guys get offended when I open my own door. And I was like, yeah, because it's fucking 2017, not 17 BC. We're not killing lions and taming wild animals to bring food back to the hut. Like we have to exercise our masculinity
somehow.
That's true. Let me open the door for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree with that to an extent. Yeah.
And then especially if a fucking robber breaks up in that bitch and I gotta protect you, there's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like fuck it. Let me do what I do, man. Let me do what I do. I get you.
Well, I definitely like, and for me, it's not even someone like. For me, it's just women in general.
Yeah. Like,
I think you should treat women with a greater respect than you would with, like, a regular person. That's why, like I said, obviously, I'm not attracted to, because she's disgusting.
Yeah.
But, like, if she, like, like I said, we're at the store, like, if she would have wanted something, I would have been like, I'll just fucking get it.
Right.
Like, but you know what? I think I'm, like...
shopping with Chavez.
Yeah, you just fucking setting yourself up, dog.
She walks in, she's like, oh, you know what? While we're here... I really need a new barbecue pit.
Barbecue pit of all the things?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming because she's the one who had to ask out the guy. She's the one that barbecues. No, I'm kidding.
Damn. Damn.
Let me take that, Sasha.
No, but you know
she's never gonna show this.
I see Giannis.
What's his name again?
Tyron.
I keep wanting to say Tyron.
Tyron.
I'm close.
I see you as more of the masculine energy, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you. I don't know. You're not. You're kind of tomboyish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've always been that way, and you've kind of been like not a dominant presence, but like you've always had that sort of.
You put yourself out there more.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You put yourself out there.
Confidence. Yeah. That has to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I mean, it's a compliment, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, it's just me being me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. It comes natural.
Yeah, it does. Like, I can't imagine being too shy or like too myself.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if you dated a guy like Chavez, that shit would end within 2 months.
Oh, probably, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why?
Because like you're too out there and I'm too out there.
Oh, she like it would be like it would be it's too compatible to where it's not compatible.
Yeah. It's yang and yang.
Exactly.
That shit does not work.
Well, it would be like two positive magnets trying to push together.
Well, that's me and my best friend Kat. Like she's very I don't know, she's very smart. She's very angry sometimes. Mm-hmm. She just has like opposing views of what I have sometimes. Mm-hmm. And like we're still best friends. Like I could still like we'll talk about it. Yeah. And we'll talk about it and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like that's very smart, like cool. And then I don't know, it just works.
Yeah. No, and I get you. I think it's always like that with best friends. Like you can kind of be more on the same level, but it's hard to be in a relationship with someone and be on like because me and Eman, we're very similar. Like We're very both out there. We kind of have the same sense of humor and stuff. We're very much both of us used to kind of being dominant forces.
Yeah.
And
we've gotten arguments about like, because he wanted to move in. And I said, dog, if we became roommates, friendship would be dead.
And just to
clear
it up, it wasn't like, come on, Eman, let's move in. It was just kind of like, it was like, hey man, when we're kind of ready to move in, why don't we like be roommates? Like, you know, we can split rent and stuff. And I remember at the very first, Eman was kind of like, yeah, that might be cool. But then I saw him think about it and he went, nah, man, I hear all these horror stories about people moving in with their best friends and they fucking hate their best friends. And I'm like, and to be fair, Eman was being nice back. He's like, I don't want to hate you. So let's not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to even risk it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'll be honest, man. Remember those? I used to sneak onto his bus.
Yeah.
That was like some Navy SEAL type shit, some SEAL Team 6 shit. That's how it felt. But I would sneak on his bus.
Because like elementary school and middle school, they would like, it was like Grand Theft Auto, because the cops would run up and be like,
yes.
Well, because
like, why are you stealing this bus?
But they're like, that's fucking mad accountability. You're loading 1,000 babies onto these buses and hoping they get to their, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you lose someone's child, that's big shit.
Yeah.
So I get it now, but back then it was like the system trying to keep us down. I just want to see my friend. But I would sneak on his bus every Friday, and I would just spend the weekend at his house. Yeah. Sometimes even the weekday. And like even like towards the end of every weekend, it'd be like, I fucking hate this motherfucker. Like I swear to, like we get a little tired of each other, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I
agree because Eman, sometimes I can smell your knees.
That's such a fucking insider.
That's such a throwback. We'll tell you later.
Okay.
Not like it's a bad thing or anything, but just because I don't want to get into it right now. That was a nice little relationship talk for a long time.
Yeah, man.
That was good.
Yeah.
I dug it. What are you doing?
You straight?
I spit the cake across.
Damn.
Do it again. No. I'm opening my mouth. Do it. Tell me to open up the door for you. Okay. It's like a kink thing.
Real hot.
Let me open up the door.
Can you like turn down that fireplace, please?
Yeah. I'm about to do it, my dumb ass. Let me turn the brightness down. Maybe I'll help. I thought she was gonna say turn on a light or something, like a lamp.
No.
It's a fireplace.
Maybe it's this, bro.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, that's not helping, definitely.
Yeah.
We can make it, man. We can make it.
I mean, we can make it, but I'm just saying.
Straight,
like,
I'm all a fan of myself and shit. But you fuck. Hey, man, let's slide into some topics while you're dying.
Yeah. Oh my god. Have you ever jumped in a pool and you inhale water and you feel it like in your nose and shit?
It burns.
You know what I mean? That's what I just did with this water. Like, I felt like I was gonna drown. Oh, fucking hurt. Salt water's the worst.
Salt water's great. Nobody gets in your eyes.
Yeah.
The same shit they put in contact solution.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like salt water. It's yeah.
Oh, that really hurt my nose. Like, my nose is burning now. Oh, I hate
when
that.
you have allergies, snort water.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You do that?
No, I don't. My grandma does that.
It's fucking amazing.
It
works
like
better than like, the neti pot?
Yeah,
that's some old school shit.
I know.
That's some old school shit.
So 40 minutes in, let's get to our first official topic.
40 minutes?
Yeah, we're 40 minutes
we're
in.
50,
we usually go for like an hour and a half. Oh. Yeah, but like, we're good. We're straight. Anyway, the first one that I wanted to bring up anyway is, and we'll probably go from this to one of yours or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of bounce. So I think the second one of mine has to do with one of yours anyway. So, the Logan Paul thing. We talked about the Logan Paul thing on the last podcast. And for those of you who might not know, for the thousands of people watching, Logan Paul went to a Japanese suicide forest and found a dead body. He recorded it very explicitly. He did blow out the face of this dead body, but he recorded it. He left it on YouTube. He got like somewhere near like 6 million views. And after a lot of backlash, he took it off the next day. So it sparked a whole debate about how he's a piece of shit. He apologized on Twitter, but people said it was a disingenuous apology. Because did you see his apology on Twitter?
I did.
Hey, did you see it?
Kind of. I clicked out of it.
The one on Twitter, he like apologizes and explains that like he wasn't trying to do it for views, and he says like he just gets views. And then at the end of it, he put hashtag Logang forever.
Yeah, I see him still advertising the Logang shit.
Yeah, and then in his other, and then he posted a apology video to YouTube. But dude, you should watch the video if you haven't already. His apology video. Mm-hmm. It's like 2 minutes long, and he just has his eyes like wide open almost the whole time. And like that's what you do when you're trying to make yourself cry. And his eyes are kind of watering, and you can see like he'll blink a little bit, but then like he'll keep his eyes open for a ridiculous amount of time. Like he's trying to keep it up.
He got back from a night out of doing cocaine.
Yes.
I don't know.
I know.
What happened?
I just feel like it was really forced. Like he was trying to seem.
Oh, yeah.
He was very. It seemed very disingenuous. Like it wasn't.
But he lost. It's game over for him, man.
So the thing I wanted to bring up is that a few things. Well, Raina Scully, who's a very prominent YouTuber and does stuff with people like Steven Suptic and Sugar Pine 7. But she made a video kind of talking about how he was also disrespecting the culture of Japan, being very rude to the folks there. A lot of his fans came back at her and were using kind of racial slurs, being just kind of very just a lot of bigotry towards her. And a lot of his fans were defending him and saying that what he did wasn't that bad and all this other shit. So and then something that happened, I guess, just yesterday was YouTube finally released something about it and just said like, oh, we're very upset about it. We're going to figure out what to do now. But like, it's been days.
Yeah.
Like, it's been days since it's happened. And everyone's been waiting for YouTube to do something. 6 million
people have already seen it.
Yeah. Well, not only that, because it's been re-uploaded. And then his apology video has 36 million views, I think. It was a ridiculous amount. Like, I didn't even realize there's that many people.
Yeah.
Like, in the world.
That would want to watch
in the world.
I'm pretty sure it was like 36 million views.
There's 7.4
it was
billion
a ridiculous amount of numbers. A ridiculous amount of numbers.
Ridiculous amount. A lot of numbers, bro. Like, what was it, 36 million of them? That's a whole lot of digits.
No, but like, ridiculous amount of people watched it.
Absolutely.
So, but a lot of people are coming out and attacking not only him, but his brother Jake Paul and stuff like that. So the first thing that I wanted to bring up to see what y'all kind of thought about it was the fact that his fans defend him and kind of use bigotry to kind of combat these people who are kind of talking bad about him and calling him out for what he did. Like, what do you think that says about like the people that watch him? Like, the type of folks that he attracts, and if that should be something that is perpetuated even further.
Ignorant, naive, maybe. I mean, not like in a bad way. Like, I'm sure most of them are really young and they just don't know that they're defending something that should not be defended. Yeah. And that if he's in the wrong, he's accepting it, or he should at least. Yeah. Just be like, yeah, I'm in the wrong, and you shouldn't say, hey, no, it's okay. Yeah. Like, because then he'll never learn from it. Like, even though it's a mistake, that's you would have thought would be common sense. Yeah,
well, it's kind of like when like kids grow up ignorant when all their life they've been told like, oh, it's okay, or you can do anything, like you're perfect in every single way. Yeah. So that's kind of how I see it. Like it's basic human kind of nature to kind of be like, oh, I can do no wrong. And like if you said, if he has like 15 million subscribers that are like, oh, it's okay, then he could believe it to an extent.
Like, oh, I should be fine after a few weeks. It's just gonna blow over. But
But I mean,
what did you take away?
Look at my man's demographic. If I've never heard anybody over the age of 15 defend him, at least in real life, right? So like you said that people who watch him, like, they come from a place of ignorance and naivety. That pretty much sums up a fucking 7-year-old, which is his demographic. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say 7-year-old. I would say like
13 and 14 and younger.
I was thinking from like 10 to like 16. 10 to 16, I think, is right there.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like 10 to 16.
I mean, I'm sure they're
very fucking naive,
too, right?
His brother Jake Paul started on Disney Channel.
But look, man.
I don't know if he started, but he was on there for a while.
So of course they're not gonna see what he did as wrong, because in order to gain that perspective, you have to apply a level of morality. Something you don't have as a fucking 10-year-old.
That's true.
All the relationship that these guys have with Jake Paul or Logan Paul, or both of them, is since fucking 2015. This guy's been making me laugh on Vine. This guy's been making me laugh on YouTube for 3 fucking years. This is my guy. That's all I know him as. And they just can't see in their sheltered world of being a fucking kid, which they should be, just the heaviness of the whole situation. Yeah. I think it'll be a situation when they're like our age, they're gonna look back and be like, oh my god, look at this fucking comment. I was an idiot. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna happen. I don't even think we should be targeting or talking about anybody who commented, any of his demographic, because they're fucking kids. They're gonna do dumb shit.
They don't know.
They don't
dumb shit.
And isn't it kind of crazy to think about that? Like, at one point, we were people getting told that, like, you just don't understand. And like now, like, that's kind of crazy. But
and then also, I wanted to bring this up, man. Like, everyone's so shocked. Why did YouTube? They gained money from this before they surprise, they're a fucking corporation.
Yeah.
This is a learning lesson to us. Exactly.
This
is a learning lesson to us that no corporation, I don't give a fuck what you've done for them, they're not going to have your back. At the end of the day, they're a fucking corporation. Well, they have a million fucking people.
I think at this point they do have Logan Paul's back.
No, Logan Paul's back, yeah. Because he's on the side of the money, and they're with the money.
Yeah.
That's all a corporation's going to be loyal to. To a certain extent, I don't fucking blame them. You got a CEO, you got to feed 1,000 employees, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to do whatever makes money. So if leaving that video up for 3 more days makes you $1 million more, as a CEO, they're going to fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the same time, what does that say about the integrity of YouTube in general? Because here's how I see it. I totally see that. That's going to make them money right now. But let's say, like, advertisers go, like, y'all didn't do anything about that?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when my adverts show up on someone else's video? Because now there's a precedent that people can make whatever, and you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So then advertisers are just going to pull out. That's how I see it. So I would think it's worse business practice because it just seems very short-sighted. Like, sure, we're going to get 36 million views right now, but then we're not going to make any money for the millions of views later. That's just kind of my thought on
bullish,
it.
Very like real quick return, right? But like, okay, I'm fucking Ford. I'm the CEO of Ford. Do you know his name? You call him John Ford. I'm John Ford.
Doug Dimmadome.
I'm sitting in my corporation in Texas. My assistant comes in and says, "Yo, YouTube is catching heat. I don't know, man. I don't think we should be in business with those guys. They're defending this guy who exploited someone's suicide in Japan. This is fucked up. We should cut our relationship with them. We shouldn't do business with them." As John Ford, I'd say, damn, you're absolutely right. Me as a Christian man, I completely agree. But goddamn, that Ford commercial we released on their platform got us 10 million views in 2 hours.
That's true, but I think more and more...
bringing in so much money. You know what I mean? Like,
I think more and more companies are becoming more aware of public perception. Like, because I even think certain YouTubers are getting torn down by that. Because PewDiePie, even though he didn't get torn down a lot, when he was doing that racist shit a while back, like, he lost his YouTube Red show. He was involved with Disney in some capacity. They dropped him completely. Like, so those things do happen, and companies do kind of they try to have a little more of a moral backbone now, I feel.
Yeah.
And so I feel like just nothing is going to happen to this guy right now anyway.
Oh yeah. No.
But going off of what we're saying about kids and being not irresponsible, but being ignorant. So what does that say about the type of content that Logan Paul and people like Jake Paul make? I'm just gonna put them together because they make very similar content. Have you seen Jake Paul and Logan Paul's videos? Have you seen any of his stuff?
Yeah, I can see how they're gonna be entertaining to like a 10-year-old.
Did you watch any of it?
I saw one where it was on Twitter, and it was just him running around Japan.
I saw that one.
Stupid.
That one killed it for me.
Well, that's all his videos, bro.
That is.
Serious?
Yeah, go back whenever. Like, he looks at the camera and he goes, "What up, Low Gang? We're gonna go walk into my house and this and this and this." Yeah. And then he runs around and he does flips and he throws shit.
Well, that's all his videos in the sense of, like, the energy, but it's not all his videos in the sense of the disrespect. Yeah. Like, he's not that belligerent in all of his videos.
But he's just always obnoxious.
Exactly.
And, I was looking at some of his brother Jake Paul stuff, and he has videos where he has ramps in his front yard. And they fucking flip cars and shit. And they flip cars.
He lives in a neighborhood like mine, like a residential ass neighborhood.
Yeah, he flips cars. He made a music video where he just talks about all the money that he makes and all that. He talks
every day, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Then he talks regularly on his YouTube channel, and he'll say shit like, if I make 60K in a day, that's a failure for me. You're sucking if you do that. I gotta be the best and all this shit. And there's a bunch of other shit that, like, rumors and people who used to work with them come out and say, I'm not going to talk about any of that shit because there's no way to confirm it. But just off of what you see from them, I feel like it's not a form of content that I would want any child around me to watch.
Yeah, Absolutely. Like, even when my sister turns on Disney Channel and Logan, or what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul is on there. I'm like, turn that off. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And I can't. I don't want her losing brain cells watching that. It's just not a thing I want her to do.
Well, I was going to bring up, like...
dude.
Go ahead.
I mean, think of the shit that we came up watching, bro.
Ed and Eddie, yeah.
No, well,
that, like,
YouTubers.
We were kind of the first of the generation of kids that got sucked into the internet and shit.
But, like, we talked about it because, like, Smosh and, like, Shane Dawson and stuff. Like, that was stuff we were watching. But I remember...
Fred?
Yeah, we didn't watch Fred, but Fred was definitely a thing. But I was about to say that.
Yeah, you're right.
But I was about to say that. things like Fred, we knew at what point to go, this is garbage.
We did.
We knew at a point to go,
Fred.
this is garbage. And then also with Shane Dawson and Smosh, we would watch some of their stuff, but we also knew when they would make stuff and we'd be like, this is garbage. Like, I'm not going to watch this.
Yeah.
So I feel like us anyway, at least me and you, I remember we definitely had a standard for what we knew was entertainment.
Yeah.
But I think that could also be due to our upbringing.
We just matured kind of fast, man.
Maybe. I don't know. But do you think like people like Jake Paul and Logan Paul are people that should have that platform and people that kids should grow up looking up to and being like, oh, I want to be that. Like, that's how to be. Because if you watch a Jake Paul and Logan Paul video and go to places like, go to fucking Brennan right now. Go to a middle school right now. Kids are emulating that behavior.
Absolutely.
Kids are acting like that. And maybe they haven't seen Logan Paul, but they've seen other people who also emulate that type of behavior.
Absolutely.
So that's the society that is getting raised right now.
Yeah.
Because of the media that they're intaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, man, I say if they made that platform and they just reached a level of people who found it appealing, then of course they deserve it because they built it. And I mean, they did it the honest way. Yeah. That's just what the market wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but should that be something that we as a society accept as entertainment, and should that be something that
absolutely
what
absolutely so? I grew up watching wrestling, my friend, and horror movies and shit. Like, that's not the ideal thing, but fuck, these kids are already sheltered enough. If Jake Paul and Logan Paul are too extreme,
oh my god, no, it's not that they're too extreme. I think that's making them more sheltered. I think it makes kids more sheltered because if they're to me, I see it as like if they're growing up in a world where their parents are working, they got bills and shit, but their escapism is to go to YouTube and watch Logan Paul and Jake Paul and be like, oh, I'm working, so I got all these cars, I have a mansion, I have all this shit. Yeah.
Oh,
they're growing up with a false sense of reality and what growing up is. Yeah. So I feel like that makes them even more sheltered because then they have a false perception of what it is, and they also have a false perception on what an adult person is. Because to them, an adult person is, oh, this guy's obnoxious and everyone loves him. If I do that, everyone's gonna love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how I see it. But
I don't want to say like if they should be watching it, because I think they should be watching whatever the fuck they stumble upon. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna make them realize shit either now or long term. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And to be fair, I'm just gonna say if somebody watches something and it makes them a shit person, they were already a shit. They were already a shit person.
Yeah. Because coming up,
it just had to get brought out.
Yeah.
I came up listening to fucking rap, the most flamboyant kind of music ever, and shit like that. And man, it's just not in my character, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be appealed to Jake Paul at that age anyway. It just doesn't appeal to who I am. So if it appeals to who they are, then it's fucking who they are. Yeah. So they're going to become that either way it goes, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just, I don't know, that's how I see it.
He just pisses me off. He's just, like, his face is annoying. I can't.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I just see a facade. Like, it's annoying when you click on something and all you see is smoke and mirrors.
I think it is, too. He does it all for the money. Like, I mean, that's what he needs. He needs money. He needs views.
We gotta survive, right?
So here's another shit. How was I gonna word it? God damn it! I had another way I was gonna bring it. So it's like you bring up things like wrestling and rap and other forms of media, right? Yeah. So you can watch a movie, right? And it's content that means something. It has a purpose. It is meaningful content. You listen to rap. It's content that means something and it has a purpose. You watch a theater show. Content means something, has a purpose. You watch Ray William Johnson. It's content, it has a purpose. Shane Dawson, he was content and it had a purpose. Now, what is the purpose of content like that? Like of Logan Paul and Jake Paul? Like, do you feel like that content has a purpose? And if every content should have a purpose, what is the purpose of that?
To be entertained. To be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Mine was entertaining. One of the biggest things that I've realized, like, in the past 5 years, man, I used to be the guy who, like, I listen to rap, but I will listen to certain rappers, like, only Tupac, man, only the old school. It has to have substance. But then I started going to house parties and shit. And motherfucking Migos would come on. And I'm like, damn, I'm enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I think everything has a time and a place. Like, not everything needs to have substance. Mm-hmm. As much as I love Discovery Channel, when it's time to go to bed and I'm tucked in and I feel like thinking and being mentally stimulated, I'll put that shit on.
Yeah. But your mom's like, I'll watch a lion fuck a tiger.
No, but when I'm feeling riled up, I got some friends over, I want to have a good time, I'm gonna put on fucking Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
That is true.
I don't think we should place any kind of good or bad on the entertainment industry.
Like, there's a time and place for anything.
Time and place for everything. There's an avenue for everything and everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no good or bad. It just is in what you feel like.
I think really from like the one video that I saw of him in Japan, like I mean, I guess it's an outlet for some kids who like don't travel anywhere, don't do anything. I guess that's his way of saying, "Hey, look at this sweet place that I'm at. Like, I'm traveling. This content is for y'all."
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm vouching for him in any way, but
no.
I guess that's his purpose, or he's trying to reach that. purpose.
Maybe it's not even a purpose, dude. Maybe it's just. I mean, maybe the purpose is like.
Maybe the purpose is just money, and he's making videos.
Look at my fun life.
Yeah,
like,
that's okay. Well, then, I mean, that's just it. The purpose is to make money.
Yeah.
So he makes videos as a byproduct, which is what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Which is why the situation even happened, is because he was just concerned about the product, which is the video. I mean, they
are a child's Dan Bilzerian. You guys know Dan Bilzerian?
Oh, what the fuck is a Dan Bilzerian?
If I showed you a picture, Dan Bilzerian, this guy who lives out in California or Vegas, or probably has houses in both places, but he got his money gambling. He became really popular because during a poker match, there was some gentleman sitting in the audience with his luscious beard and this beautiful European model just laying on him, stroking his beard. And this is in the audience of the poker match. So they're like, who the fuck is that guy? So they find him on social media, and this guy just lives an extravagant life. He plays poker, he gambles, he makes bets and invests in shit, and he just parties. He has these beautiful mansions. He's a modern day Hugh Hefner. And like all these beautiful models come, he parties, and like he's out back shooting guns and shit, and just doing crazy. Every day's a fucking party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so there's
party every week.
And so to someone like, I don't know, maybe you, like there's no purpose to that, but to people who aspire to that, like it's look at my life.
Yeah.
I heard a quote, man. I forgot. Damn, it's like every man lives in quiet desperation. You know what I'm saying? Like you live your life hoping to be something that you just can't be or can't be yet.
Okay.
And you see somebody living that life you aspire to live.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Whether you call it shallow or not is subjective, but I mean that's the purpose.
Yeah.
It's just look at my life, and sometimes.
Yeah. So
it's the same reason people watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
I catch myself doing it.
So essentially, to round it out, is there's a purpose for every form of media, but there's like a time and purpose for every form of media.
Absolutely.
And so it just so happens that in this circumstance, this form of media was used incorrectly. Like in a big way. So
he just toppled his empire, man. He's so
I don't know if he toppled it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back. He's gonna be fine. He might lose some deals and lose a little bit of money.
He gained. This is the most subscribers he's gained in this period of time ever.
I know.
That's why I say, man, no publicity is bad publicity.
Oh yeah,
it's craziness, man.
Well, I was gonna ask. It's just like, you have to pee.
I gotta pee too, God. Damn.
Why don't you just go pee real quick?
Yeah, you go.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah, you go pee.
Back, guys.
Yeah, no, me and Mom will talk real quick. Bathroom's just right here. Just close the door when you leave.
It's on the right side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's going to...
No, the right side.
The right side.
That is my
right here. Right here. This next door.
She said that's your right side. That's not your right side. Anyway.
So, what was I gonna say? What was the thing you wanted to bring up? You wanted to bring up something.
H&M, bro. Yeah, man.
So you want to say it? Were you gonna say it? Like what happened?
Oh, okay, yeah. So pretty much H&M. Everyone knows H&M as a clothing store. Mm-hmm. A clothing store with really fair prices, really good prices, which is why they got so big. They're like Forever 21. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They make quality content for the price that they have, right? Mm-hmm. So they released an ad over in Europe. I believe it was like London or some shit, somewhere over there. And in the ad, it was an ad for kids' sweatshirts, right?
Okay.
They had 3 models. They had 3 models modeling the shirts. 2 white boys, 1 black kid. One of the shirts said "cool as" or something about a lion in the jungle.
It was one was about lions in the jungle. The other one was like the jungle survivor or something like that.
The other one, like, it was just a picture of like giraffes and shit, animals you'd find in a jungle.
Yeah.
And the black kid's shirt said "coolest monkey in the jungle."
Yeah.
And it turned heads for obvious reasons. And so a lot of people are just buzzing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So I guess I gotta.
To catch you up, we're talking about the H&M thing. Did you read about that?
Oh, with the green sweater.
Yeah, the green sweater, and it says the coolest monkey in the jungle with the.
Yeah, make sure the mic's freezing.
With the African American boy on it, or black. I don't know. Is it correct to say black? or African American? Because
You
I
can
was
say
told
whatever, dog.
that like if you like some people use African American to try to be like politically correct, but I was just told recently that saying African American could be potentially be more racist than saying black. Because African American implies of African descent. Africa. Yeah. Same like Mexican American would imply like of Mexican descent from Mexico.
I've heard the argument. I don't fucking know, man. That's
I mean, obviously we can't weigh in on it.
Yeah.
So
me personally, my ancestry starts in Africa, so you can call me an African American or black. I really don't mind. But for some people, they come from Haiti or some shit or Jamaica, so it's not the case for them. I guess it could be racist because it's kind of a generalization, but it's like the whole transgender thing. I don't identify as that. Well, how do you fucking know? Like, I don't know. I don't have your birth certificate right here. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't call it racist or insensitive. I don't know. Just.
So what was your? I'd say
just say black is the safest way to go. Even though it seems more derogatory because it's just a color, right?
Yeah.
You can't know, so. Yeah. You just know that
they
are black.
What was your?
But anyway, about the. H&M thing.
Like, give us your thoughts on it, and we can start talking about it, so you can go take your piss.
Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, I judge everything with intent. Mm-hmm. They're very. I
don't see what other intent.
No, so I don't think that'd be unless they. I don't foresee why a corporation would release an ad being that blatantly racist intentionally. Mm-hmm. That's just the easiest way to topple a fucking corporation, especially in this day and age, right? But like Charlamagne the God said, I listen to him a lot. He said, I don't judge intent, but sometimes you have to judge impact. I judge impact. Very impactful. And you got to know the impact that you would gain from that kind of fucking ad. That's just a product of not being socially conscious. So I think they're stupid as fuck. It's just ignorance, you know what I mean? Yeah. They pulled a Conor McGregor. Dance for me, boy. Dance for me. Like, what did I do? You know what I mean?
To be fair, I think in his way, in the Conor McGregor thing, I can totally see how he didn't see that as racist at all. And I'm gonna get to that real quick. Do you want to run to go to the restroom?
No, I'm straight, man.
Okay. So, but I was gonna say, in the same vein of the Conor McGregor thing, it's because of where he's from.
Right.
So this wasn't an American advertisement. This was like in the UK or something.
Exactly.
And the statement that H&M released said that they took it down. Yeah, so it wasn't from like here. It was going to be in the UK.
And it's a Swiss company.
Yeah. Oh. So the at least to my knowledge, H&M made their statement and said, we've removed this ad from American stores.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe, is the ad still running in the UK? And is it just a cultural thing where in the UK that's not a thing for them?
No, it definitely was. People were,
okay.
It was common to be called a monkey even in Europe.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying maybe because America was the prominent, or the place that's talked about the most about slavery, that maybe it hit us in a different manner than
right. I mean, it didn't even pertain to slavery. I mean, race relations now are a lot better in the UK than they are here. But I mean, even in the 60s, it was the same narrative, you know what I mean? But I don't know, like you were saying, it still plays a high tune in America. It's still really a lot of tension going on because of that. I guess they just don't feel it over in Europe. But I don't know, man.
Did you see it? Did you kind of have an opinion on it?
I just thought it was pretty. I like you said, I don't think a big corporation would release something that like with intent to like hurt someone.
Right.
Or
but it's also kind of hard to see like how they wouldn't have.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's a corporation.
Yeah.
It's almost like a really famous content creator letting out a video about a dead body.
Almost.
Well, I'm saying how
I get it.
But how do people not like?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like, how does it? Because you don't just like nobody at a big company like H&M. No one like makes it and just puts it up somewhere. Yeah. Someone has to go, hey, here's the idea. Someone has to go, let's get the
app. There has to be a process.
Yeah, someone
verifies, hey, yeah, you can put that
Well, not only that, but like someone has to design the shirt. Someone has to make the shirt. Someone has to go to a photo shoot. Someone has to bring in the black child and put that on him and somehow explain to that black child's parents what he's wearing. Like, I don't see how that didn't stop there.
The money.
Yeah, that's true.
It's got to be the money.
But like that, those parents walked in and went like, "He's got to wear that, but for how much? You know what? You're the cutest monkey around, honey. You're good. You're good. Smile.
It's just crazy, dude.
Smile for the nice man."
I don't even know what to say. I mean, we get like, I don't even know, dude. I'm kind of speechless, dude. Like, honestly, I don't know what to say, man. Like, it's.
You're flabbergasted.
I want to say it's fucking stupidity, but like you were saying, man, it had to go through so many different people, and it got approved by all of them, presumably because it made it. You know what I mean? So like, do I extend a fucking olive branch to them? I don't know. That's just something I gotta sit down and think about.
I just think it's stupid. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, either way it goes, it's very stupid.
Fuck,
dude. I'll have a lot more to say about it next episode when I think about it more.
We always gotta come back and revisit old topics.
Either way it goes, I'm done with H&M.
Like this is the perfect outlet of going like, man, I thought about something real good to say. I'll say it next week. Just bring it back.
I don't know what to say about it, man. They fucked up. They're stupid. I'm done shopping there.
So you were, I guess this will be the last topic, but
what's up, man?
No, but you would want to talk about the Bella Thorne thing.
Oh, I mean, I just had it as a topic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you think anything about it, or do you know the story and want to recap, or do you want me to recap it real quick, or?
Yeah, go ahead and recap it. I kind of.
So, Bella Thorne, who's an actress from, wasn't she on like a Disney show?
Shake It Up.
I like how you knew. But she was a Disney Channel actress. She's obviously in more stuff now. She came out and was very open about sexual harassment and I guess sexual abuse that she dealt with as a young child. And she jumped on with the the Time's Up movement.
Yeah.
Which is kind of provoking people to come out and speak about their experiences, to kind of rally people to be okay with talking about their experiences. And if I'm not correct, it's like a bunch of actors and famous individuals who are kind of getting behind this and helping. I don't know if it's a nonprofit or what, but they're helping people either like pay or I think it's like pay to do some shit where it helps them come back from sexual harassment, whether it's legal fees or whatever. Yeah. So essentially it's just a big movement to come out about sexual harassment and make sure that people know that it's not okay.
Yeah.
And if previous what's the word? If previous generations were kind of in that what do they call it, like rape culture type of thing,
right?
Yeah.
They're trying to come back and say like, hey, this isn't right. We're going beyond this, you know. So that's kind of the main part of it. And there are several actors and actresses and big name folks who are with this movement and stuff. So I thought, one, that it was interesting that it had come out, and two, I thought it would be interesting to kind of ask if you're comfortable with it. If not, don't worry about it. If you have seen and or dealt with any form of sexual harassment. I know we've talked about yours.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? So, Eman, you want to tell her real quick?
Oh, yeah, man. So, pretty much, I go to LA Fitness every morning. And there's a Vietnamese gentleman in there, older Vietnamese gentleman.
Who
really
will call
creepy.
Foo.
We'll call Foo.
Yeah.
Very touchy-feely.
When we talked about the first podcast, I had to, like, edit out his name every single time.
He strategically talks to me, like, when I'm naked, like, getting out of the shower or some shit. He's very, like I said, touchy-feely. Yeah. He's, like, inviting me to dinner and shit. He just won't take a fucking hint. He's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
That's real creepy.
And Eman was telling me about it, and I was like, bro, you got sexually harassed. Like, you were... He was making advances. He was, very, very much so.
If I, like, luckily I haven't seen him again, but if I see him, like, I think about it, man, and I just get, like, infuriated sometimes. Like, it's gotten to the point, dude, where I just don't want to run into him. Like, I'll be at the gym looking over my shoulder, not because I'm afraid that he's going to, like, come touch me, but, like, if I see this motherfucker and he does make another advancement, I might knock his old ass out. You know what I mean? Just out of, like, not having self-control, just being infuriated. Yeah. Because it's just, but like at first, it's kind of, like, adorable, it's funny, little gay guy, a little crush on me, but he's, like, making advances and shit. Yeah. He won't take a fucking hint. You know what I mean?
You know what? I found it interesting, even when we were talking about it, is, like, you said that was happening to you. Yeah. And I found it interesting just the way you said, like, it makes you upset. You don't really want to run into and everything. But that's the type of shit that girls say.
That's what I'm saying.
When they're dealing with stuff. And
that's what I'm saying.
And there are definitely dudes who are like, no, whatever. Like, but it was crazy to see it from, like, not necessarily, like, the opposite side of it, but from another gender's perspective.
Right.
It was kind of cool to see it. Not cool. It shouldn't happen to anybody. But it was interesting.
No, we'll call it cool. I wouldn't, like... On paper, I'm victimized, but I'm not going to need therapy or anything. So it was a very eye-opening experience that we can call.
Yeah, so you can see that. Yeah, you can just see where other people are coming from when they come out about it.
This is crazy, like, eye-opening, bro. Yeah. Because I've been that guy who's just like, just fucking tell me to get away. Yeah. It's so fucking weird, man.
Yeah,
it's I can't explain it, man. It's so weird. Just being, because it's a new situation.
Yeah.
It's a situation you've never experienced before, so I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he came up and fucking socked me in the stomach, I'd feel more comfortable than him coming up and be like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying?"
It's something demasculating about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So it's just weird, man.
I get you.
But I get it now, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've had. I mean, not to that extent to where they're like, "Hey, come have dinner with me at my house."
Right. You want me to massage your feet?
Yeah, foot rub and shit.
Something like that. But I've had some weird vibes from some guys at work. I'm not gonna say which job, but it's just like he's not a worker there. He's a parent. So when I do come in contact with him, I can't just be like, "Hey,
get the fuck away."
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that. I have to be nice. And then sometimes, at first, I was like, maybe it's just this whole Southern hospitality, you know?
Yeah, like maybe he's just overextending himself.
Do that shit. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
You know how there's like when, let's say, a relative or somebody close to you were to die, right? There's steps of grief. Right? There's like anger at first, depression, denial, and then acceptance or some shit.
That's the same
there's
way
like
you were
levels,
saying it was.
There's like levels of this shit, man.
Yeah. Of being
harassed. I was doing the
somewhere.
same way. Like the first level is you make excuses for him.
Yeah.
Like you make a ton of excuses for him, even though it's like blatantly in your face.
Like,
I was like,
he's not from here. He might not understand the culture.
We said that shit, dude.
Yep.
Oh my god. So, but go on though.
Oh, but what was I? Oh, yeah. So he would come up and he'd be like, "Hey, sweetie, can I help you with that?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm good. It's it's a net. I mean, I can carry it. I'm good."
God.
And so he'd be like, "Are you sure?" And then he'll be like, or like I'll see him at games and he'd come up to me and say, "Hey, do you need any help with the scoreboard?" And
Oh
no,
God! Like so, he's like very touchy and very like
so touchy. And at one point, he came up.
He's like, "Hey, sweetie, how are you?"
At one point, he came up to hug me as I was taking, like, him and his other people were leaving. And so he came up and he was like, "Bye, it was nice seeing you." And I was like, I never hug any of my
Did you hug him back or?
No, I just stayed like this. And then he like did a one arm thing and I got my pepper spray and I held onto it
pepper spray?
tight. Yes.
Dude, I got every woman in my family pepper spray last year for Christmas.
You didn't get me pepper spray.
Oh, damn.
Oh, just because I'm not part of your family.
Spray.
No, I'm
not
a woman.
And then I told my sister about it and so like she was like, I'll punch him.
Right.
I was about to say, don't you have a little sister?
Everybody wants to be the tough guy in that situation, right? If that was me, bro,
yes.
dog.
Yeah, but if they were
Doesn't work that way.
Because it's not like he came up and went like, "Oh, hi, Mom."
Exactly.
Like, he's not like literally assaulting you.
There's
like he works up to it. Like he's just being nice.
They're so strategic to where they can be creepy enough to freak you out, but not creepy enough to where you cuss them out and it be socially acceptable or acceptable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, because I can't just go up to this guy and be like, "Don't touch me."
Yeah.
But you know what?
You actually can.
Well, I can. But I can't like yell at him.
But
and curse him out in front of my parents.
I see it as kind of like when you're starting a relationship with somebody. Like, let's say like you just kind of like someone. Like you start talking, right? And maybe like as it progresses, you see that they're talking back to you a lot. Maybe a lot of texting each other. So when you're in person, maybe you kind of progress to like, "Oh, hey," like there's little touches there.
Yeah.
Then like you hold hands in a relationship. Then you kiss or however you do that. So there's stages of it. But I feel like because there are stages of that social interaction, that there's also stages to that type of social interaction, and maybe it's hard, not hard, but maybe people either don't get it or they don't care, because if you have regular social interaction, you never really hear a yes or a no. You know what I mean? Like,
I always thought I would be the one to be like, "No, get the hell away from me." But like when I was in that situation, I did not know what to do. Like I would freeze up, and he would hug me, and like I said, I just stood there.
And it's also weird because like
I don't know what to do.
Like you don't know, like you don't want to cause a scene potentially, or like because what happens like you were at the volleyball game or whatever putting stuff away, and then you told him like, "Stop touching me." Everyone else can be like, "Oh, that girl is like, like what's happening?"
But I will say this though, like I know it's really awkward, but like I'm in no situation. Like this dude's 5'9", fucking pushing 40. I could fuck this guy up with my hand tied behind my back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in your situation, though,
that's another thing. This guy is 6'9".
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He's a giant dude.
Well, as I say, it's
old.
Well, hold on.
It's got to be worse for girls because there's the physical aspect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like whatever the fuck. I'll handle it when I handle it.
Yeah.
But for you, it's very important that you shut those advances down and realize that though it may be socially awkward, it's very important for you to do that, because with guys like that who are fucking creeps, they don't need a yes to further their advances. Yeah. They just need silence. And they take that silence and assume it's their way of saying cool. So I can, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's very important that, like, I don't want to say nut up, but like just find a way, talk to somebody, figure out how to decipher the situation so it doesn't fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I took care of it.
You took care of it?
I told my mom, I told my dad, I told my boss, and she was like, yeah, we'll take that parent away.
Perfect.
So now I never see him.
Because I'm in no real danger. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different for you.
You don't know. What if he like grows into Godzilla or something?
Or
how racially insensitive
fucking Vietnamese plus some kung fu shit. Like, hey, foo, that's it, bro. Just fucking get a piece of
He goes, oh, Ma, you don't want no food, right?
I know.
Nunchucks and shit.
Oh, so racially insensitive.
Would you like high speedy instead?
That's when I flick back. Hey, no, I was just playing, baby. Baby, you're so crazy.
He's like, I either take you out to dinner or I just take you the fuck
out.
Yeah, fucking food, man.
But I was gonna ask you one last thing. Have you ever? I mean, being not like so much sexual harassing thing, but have you ever felt that as a female you are a little more objectified or sexualized to dudes, or?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, we're getting the double standards now.
Well, no, like I found it interesting because like you just put there's someone like Brianna is definitely someone who, not to make her sound like a slut like we keep doing for some reason.
It's alright.
But you're a very out there person. You've had a few relationships and stuff. So I feel like you more so than me being able to ask Serena, like how, like, is it something that was very often? Is it something that kind of was something that happened so normally that you had to just kind of either have to learn how to deal with it or just kind of had to be, well, this is a thing. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to bring this up.
Well, I mean, you can be general about it, or if you don't want to talk about it, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I don't think I was ever really out there until high school, and that's when a whole bunch of shit happened.
All right.
Yeah. No. And so, like, I just learned, like, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, that's the best model to go. Like, you just gotta act. So like you
sexually harass them back?
No.
I'm kidding.
No. You just kind of say, hey, fuck you. It doesn't faze me. Like, cause if it phases you, then they win.
Yeah.
And like, how am I going to let someone so shitty win at something that honestly is not going to affect me in any way except for that now moment? Because in the long term, I'm gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna matter.
So, like, whenever dudes were maybe, like, objectifying you or kind of trying to get at you in a certain capacity, for you, you're kind of saying it was very much like, oh, well, I'm just really not going to worry about you. Because you're not worth the time to be worried about.
Yeah, because if they, like, I don't know, but, like, if they're like, hey, mama, like, you're really pretty, you want to go out, and I'm like, no, thanks, I'm good. And then she's like, well, then you're nothing, I didn't mean to talk to you or whatever.
Ew. Oh, it's like they get, like, super defensive.
Yeah, they get super defensive, and I'm like, all right, cool.
I know I'm watch the wire. Yeah. Kind of like what me and Eman were talking about. I think a lot of dudes feel that like, is it emasculates or demasculates, whatever. It demasculates them in some way. Because like now that they're like, well, why aren't I desirable to this person?
Yeah.
Or, like, so I think that's why, like, dudes, I mean, you see it a lot, like, they get super defensive.
And that has a lot to do with confidence. Like, clearly, if their confidence is that low to where you have to degrade the other person just to boost yourself up, then I mean, no,
I have a lot of self-confidence issues, and you know that. Because that was my MO all of middle school and most of high school. And I don't know if you really noticed it or what, but like when I started doing more of the charity stuff and I was doing more, I really just stopped talking to everybody, and I tried not to be as rude to anybody because it just wasn't worth my time to do anymore. Yeah. Like, it was something where I was like, I have my stuff going on. Yeah. I'm really not worried about this other shit. So,
especially more that, like, I'm out of high school. Like, I feel like I'm out of high school, and it feels so good. Like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. Not that I did before, but it's just, like, if you want to keep those friends, or, like, you want to keep that tight-knit circle.
It's like a subscription service. Yeah. Like, you have to put something into it so you can stay a part of it.
It's an investment, man.
It is.
Really,
it is.
Yeah,
you're investing into your social acceptance, dog.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And especially, like, because me moving to Brennan, I was moving to an entire new school, like, I didn't know anyone, so I was like, well, I gotta do what I can to not be a fucking loner.
And if you can just not sit at the lunch table alone, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, I don't mind eating alone, but
actually,
I think that's now because my
fucking love eating
confidence
alone.
is like up here. Like I got the biggest head.
Yeah, see, that was crazy. In high school and in middle school, it was always like, man, I don't want to eat alone.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, if I'm out working, like, I'll stop and get something to eat, and I'll like put some
It's
fucking
so
headphones
fucking
on,
nice,
and
right?
I'll just
So
if
Oh
you
my
take a moment to
God.
eat by yourself, maybe like just listen to some music or watch something, you're just
Mhm.
fucking chilling. Like you're just like
Because it's just so tiring having to
constantly be on.
constantly be
Yeah,
on,
that's what
up, and ready for someone who you don't even care for like a group of people that you don't even care
Which
to
is so
talk
good.
to after any
Yeah.
other time.
Yeah, man,
After
like,
high school.
People. Let me see a lot. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Hour and 27. People at my job probably think I'm a fucking serial killer, dog. Like, so what
Because
I'll
I
do,
walk in with bags of human remains.
And I don't get it.
I know. Right?
No, but like, what I'll do, man, when it's my lunchtime, I will buy lunch, right? And I will not go to the break room where all of my other coworkers are having lunch together.
Mhm.
I will go sit in my car and like put on a podcast or some shit and eat lunch there.
Yeah.
Like,
That sounds nice as fuck.
it's
though.
so
to me, that sounds
fucking
nice. As fuck.
Because honestly, when you say like you got to be on,
Even in
I'm
the break
working
room, you
retail.
got to be on.
Yeah, I'm working retail. You
Yeah.
really gotta be on. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm gonna help you out with this. Hey, like it's a facade for 8 hours a day.
It is, and at a point, you kind of want to just
want to be alone.
you want to be nothing. You want to stare at your screen, deadpan, and you just want to be like,
Yes.
kind of like when you're watching porn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I mean-
relate because I gave up porn so long ago.
No, but like you know, like when you're watching porn, like you're not at the screen making faces. You're just at the screen like.
Like a fucking serial killer. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen porn, so I don't know.
Yeah. She's like, what's a prawn? Okay.
Prawn.
Corn?
Alrighty.
Dude, I told you about the time. I
what?
want to tell the fucking story. I
What?
told you last night.
What? Oh, let's not talk about it.
I'm fucking talking about it. I'm getting off my chest. Look,
Oh
guys.
God damn it.
There's an outlet, people. Sometimes you gotta do things that you don't want to do in order to get to where you want to be. All right?
Eman was like, so I was out murdering some children.
Yeah,
and...
man. But look, man. Gotta adjust the mic for this one, dog. I'm building it up so much. He's not even that serious, but like, bro, I had to fucking cut my charger. I had to cut my charger in half and throw that bitch away, man.
Why?
Cause, like 2 weeks ago, so the charger that I had would hook up to the
Oh, I thought you were
plug.
talking about the other story.
What other story?
About the... Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Whoa, what other story?
Nothing. Go ahead. Just
Whisper,
tell your story.
Please,
Tell your story. I think this
whisper.
might be the story anyway. Just tell it. Tell the story. Just tell your
Okay.
story, man.
Shit.
Okay.
No, but like it's not even that serious. So I hate porn, right? I hate porn. But sometimes as a guy you got needs and shit, right? And like I'm taking my zinc, my testosterone's going up crazy, I'm pushing weights and shit. I got a crazy sex drive. So I'm like, fuck, man. And then the charger that I have plugs to the back of my bed. So my phone is in bed charging. So I pretty much sleep with my phone. And you know how it goes. It'd be fucking like 3 a.m. You're on YouTube looking at videos of dolphin fights or some shit. And you're like, okay, I'll go to bed after this video. And it's like 30 minutes later, it's the same cycle.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, fuck it, man. I can't sleep. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to just throw on some porn and masturbate.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about this one in particular, but I just felt like dog shit afterwards.
What?
It was like a come down, man. And I said, fuck this. I can't do this anymore. Like, what's the one outlet that's enabling me to
Is
live
that my
this
water? Were you
shitty
drinking
life?
that?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, then why is it over there? Whatever.
I moved it. I was like, it's just fucking having my phone in my bed, which enables me to watch porn easily.
Yeah.
So I chopped my fucking charger up,
So now you gotta charge
threw
your phone
that
over
bitch
here.
away. Yeah. Going on 2 weeks porn free.
Wow.
Which isn't even that crazy. I'm going like longer, but that was when that happened.
I just can't believe you
What's
chopped
up?
your charger.
Yeah.
It was that big a problem.
I have a
He had
charger.
so little
little
self-control
self-control.
that he had to physically.
See, but you don't know what it's like to be a man and have this crazy ass healthy sexual urges, man. And when it's right there, motherfucker, it's right there. You've been in that situation.
I mean,
Maybe
yeah,
you have too.
Yeah, but like,
It's 4 a.m. You can't sleep, so instead of like trying actively to go to sleep,
you gotta
like,
tire
let me
yourself
use-
out sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that,
But
Eman.
you know me, man. I think that shit's bad for the brain. I gave in to weakness, man.
No, I
You
get
can't
it.
just do some like push-ups
Or,
like,
well,
I
my
don't
thing was
know.
that like, because I've definitely had a point where I was like, all right, not gonna watch porn.
Yeah.
My phone's right next to my bed. Put it down and I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think that's a totally regular thing.
That's what happens, my friend. But when you relapse, I say relapse. It's kind of an addiction to a lot of people. When you fucking relapse,
hey man, you got any of that fucking porn?
listen, you gotta eliminate all avenues of getting to the fucking substance.
Hashtag.
He's just waiting for the fucking joke. He's not even.
I know. Hashtag submissive ball gag.
Oh, he's just Mr. Perfect over here. I guess he don't watch porn. Ask any guy.
This whole thing on asking both of us if we watch porn.
Absolutely not.
The question is
you
not.
You guys made it a
porn.
thing.
No. But the question is not about porn. It's about being able to control yourself to not watch it.
It'd been like fucking 2 months since I watched it up to that point. It's just the fact that I fucking gave in at that point. It's fucking 2 months since I fucking did it, bro.
You're not getting anything on the side?
I am.
Well,
it was a dry spell. It was a dry spell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you get in those moments of desperation.
I was down on my knees yesterday for you. Oh, no.
You know when you get in those fucking moments of desperation, you go to quick.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vitamin of the week on that. Not that they're fucking judging me.
Yeah. Well, no, not that. We're like an hour and a half in. I'm not sure how much more memory we have left.
I know, I feel you.
So we need to start wrapping up, and we haven't done Vitamin of the Week yet.
Yeah, man.
So, Vitamins of the Week. Oh. Go ahead. Eman, quickly tell us what vitamin we got.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't do my fucking persona. Anyway.
No, you can do your persona. I'm just saying, don't make it last 20 minutes.
Come on, man. Chill out. Ow.
Look, see, that's what
Shit.
he means.
My fucking.
Yeah, let's talk back again.
No, man.
Doing it with my mind.
No, my fucking joints, dude. They feel. I don't know what's going on, man.
Those
I've been
veins.
going to the gym and I'm a healthy guy.
That's the bit.
Why? Johan hates this shit. Johan hates
It took me a minute to realize that he was doing a bit. Okay, go.
We do this shit every week, bro. I don't know, man. It's like my shit's inflamed. Like some sort of mild arthritis is happening. But I'm so young, it's weird. But I think I have a substance, luckily.
Arthritis, like with your bones or some shit?
Yes.
Did you say veins?
No, my joints.
Oh, I thought you said veins.
No, I said veins earlier.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying veins and arthritis.
I think I have something here. Thank you, nurse, for bringing this in.
You're welcome.
This is turmeric. So turmeric is just a regular fucking seasoning. It's very similar to ginger. They call it the cousin of ginger, right?
Oh my god.
It's a herb.
Uh-huh.
So pretty much this is going to be one of the...
A herb?
Herb.
Go ahead.
Herbal.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's the fucking... Anyway. Yeah, man.
Herb.
It's one of the greatest natural defenses against inflammation. Inflammation is the reason for joint pain, the reason for weird chronic pains you may have, like headaches and shit.
Yeah.
For bad digestion. Inflamed gut will fuck you up.
Okay, alright.
One of the biggest things you could do is get some turmeric. There's a substance in turmeric called... fucking fan just died. It's a substance in turmeric called curcumin.
Maybe.
Which is responsible for eliminating the inflammation. So if you ever feel you have joint pain of the joints, of any kind of inflammation, fucking what is that thing your brother has? The
psoriasis.
Yeah, psoriasis. That's all inflammation. So instead of going to the fucking doctor and then prescribing you crazy ass horse pills that have crazy ass side effects, get you some turmeric.
Wow.
Eliminate that inflammation. Especially if you work out a lot. I don't know if you're in the gym a lot.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, if you have any chronic pain, I guarantee it's inflammation.
Oh, I have to eat it.
Yeah,
we gotta eat it.
Are we all eating it?
No,
it's just my subject.
Because he takes these regularly.
It's my subject.
You still have enough water? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Eman, what this helps with inflammation. Are there any other health benefits to this?
Fights cancer. What doesn't though, right? That's really
a
it.
lot. I was about to say,
they still haven't found.
I know.
No.
Ask to everyone who has fucking cancer.
In the world of like supplements and shit that I give you, everything that I've given you so far fights cancer.
Like, so we should never get cancer.
No, we'll never get cancer.
It's gonna decrease your odds. What the fuck? Why am I doing this segment? Why you guys are being so kind of?
Alright, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. Hey, does it help with my?
Do I swallow?
Does it help with my erections?
Fuck your erections, bro.
No, but does it?
Dr.
I ask that
Augustus
every week.
Quits.
I ask that every week. Does this help with my erection?
It's Viagra.
No, because some of them help with blood flow and stuff. Oh, so I'm
it's not gonna help.
not taking this. No, okay. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh,
You drink water first?
Okay.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Not.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Damn, she was gonna drink water first. That's fucking
weird.
some radical shit.
All right, what are we gonna do when she's out? No.
I know, right?
Now to end.
Speaking of sexual assault.
I know, right? Speaking of sexual assault.
I'll record it. It's cool.
Oh wow.
Oh,
We just got done. What did you think you were saying? How else did you think that joke was going?
No, because for evidence, it's recorded.
For evidence.
Alrighty, everyone. Well, we're gonna. Yeah, on that note, we're gonna round out this episode of Break Time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate you checking it out. Wow, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show because it doesn't fucking matter now. I was going to say at the beginning of the show, you can now go to the description and skip to the parts where we talk about different things. So I'll tell you at the end, so that way you'll know.
Can't you just edit in another clip?
I could, I guess, but I probably won't. Yeah, I probably won't. No. Anyway, so if you like this episode, go to the description and skip to your favorite parts to re-listen to it again. But guys, thank you very much for listening to this episode of Break Time. Eman, do you have anything to tell the good people before we end out this episode of Break Time?
Come to my party. It's gonna be a good time. Saturday.
It's gonna come out after the
I know
party.
it's gonna fucking.
Hope you came.
Hope you came.
It was great.
Hope you had a good time.
Remember
and
when
take
Nikki
your
got
turmeric.
so smashed?
Huh?
Yeah, remember when she got super
Oh,
smashed
the
at your
night that you
party?
hid in her closet when her and her boyfriend. Oh, at the party. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
She wasn't supposed to know.
I didn't
about
even go
that.
to the party.
Yet.
No, I was trying to say like for the future. Like,
I know.
Remember when Nikki was at the party? Nikki, do you have anything to say before you end this episode of Break Time?
Stay cool. Hags.
Okay, cool.
Hags?
Iman, I'll leave
Hags,
that on
have
you
a
so you
great
can
summer.
end it for us. But alrighty, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of Break Time.
Yeah.